My name is Josh, and I made a midlife crisis purchase. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the video. I'm not really going through a midlife crisis, I don't think, but I did buy a midlife crisis level purchase, you know. Most guys my age, they probably buy like a sports car or, I don't know, big fancy truck. I already have a sports car. It's a '06 Civic out there in the driveway. No big deal. And I got a truck. I didn't need either of those two things. So I bought something a little different. Not as expensive, but it's decent. You could say this is kind of like a dream purchase of mine. Something I've always wanted, but I was never in a position to get one. I am now, so I got one. That's enough rambling. Let's get this case open. It's time for the big reveal of my midlife crisis purchase. If you recognize the case, which a lot of people probably do because it's very distinctive in this community, so it's kind of like one of those if you know type of deals. But for those who don't know, I'm about to show you. Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh yeah, I bought a Barrett 50 cal. Yeah, buddy. There she is, folks. The Barrett M107A1. She is a beaut. She is an absolute unit. She is gorgeous. Comes with all the bells and whistles. Magazine, monopod, bipod, lower receiver, upper receiver. What else could you ask for? Now, for the longest time, I was going to get the M82 because it was always like, I don't know, it was always like a few $1,000s cheaper, like $3,000 or $4,000 cheaper. But I found this one on a heck of a deal, and at the time, this one was only like, there was like 1,000 more than the M82. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna spend a little bit extra money and get the one that I really, really want. Because someday I would like to get a suppressor for it. I don't know, even those are crazy expensive. But this one comes suppressor ready. The M82 is now, you cannot put a suppressor on that one. The 107A1 is a little bit lighter. Not by a huge difference, but it is lighter. Other than that, actually, you know what? There is no other than that. They're both beautiful guns. I just got this one, so it's just a little bit lighter, and it was suppressor ready. So, kind of future-proofing myself. But it's going to be a while before I get a suppressor for this thing, because those things are hard to find, and they are expensive. Real expensive. Not that this isn't expensive, but you know what I mean. Now, I'm going to get this thing out of the case. I'm going to get it put together, so you can get the full effect on how just massive and beautiful this bad boy is. I'll be right back. There she is, fully assembled Barrett 107A1. I just freaking love this thing. It comes in just under 30 pounds. Fully assembled, it's just under, I think, like 57 inches. If you have a full 10 rounds in the box mag, it's going to be more than 30 pounds, plus you have your scope and your scope rings. I do have a scope that I had kicking around to throw on there. I'll show you guys that in a second, but I just wanted to just get a nice view of this bad boy. My God, that thing is just chef's kiss. Love it. Just one thing we got to do before I show you the scope and other stuff I bought. We just got to do this. This is everyone's favorite part of the Barrett, other than the fact that it's just awesome. This right here. God. The sweet, sweet sound of freedom. Oh. There's a few sounds in life that when you hear them for the first time, you're like, you know, it hits you here. It hits you right there. You know, one of them is being, you know, when your child is born. The first time you hear your child after childbirth, that's just incredible. The second, I think it's that one right there. One more time. That is just the sweet, sweet sound of freedom. Yeah, freedom. Now, some people may not have seen a 50 BMG round. That's okay. So we'll do some size comparison. That's a 5.56. This 308. It's a 300 Win Mag. Good size round. That's what I hunt with. This 458 Winchester Magnum. This one That's a 700 Nitro Express. I don't own one of those guns. I bought a round one time just because I wanted to have it. But that's 700 Nitro. And this is your 50 BMG. Pretty big. It's pretty big. As big as this round is, you're probably thinking, oh my god, that probably kicks like a mule. It really doesn't. Because as big as that round is, this gun is bigger. This gun is so friggin' heavy, it absorbs the recoil of that round pretty well. And Barrett did a good job designing this rifle to do just that. So, it really doesn't kick a whole lot. Now, as far as optics go with a 50 cal, you can't just go down to Walmart and pick up anything. Well, you could. Probably wouldn't work out too well. So, you got to get special rings that are rugged and heavy duty enough to handle the recoil of a 50 BMG. Those aren't cheap and they're pretty heavy. So you got to get those. Now, as far as optics go, you have a lot of options on the market ranging from a few hundred to a few $1,000s. You know, I'm not going to the high-end range. I have this one. It's a SIG Sierra 3BDX. It's a 4.5 by 14. I emailed SIG about this because I wasn't sure if it would work. I emailed and said, hey, listen guys, will this work on a 50 cal? And they said, sure will, partner, toss her on there. So that's what we're going to do. We've got this one to put on there. Now, it says Bluetooth on the box. I'm going to have to research this scope because I bought it on a whim because it was a good sale. I don't know. I'll have to research it. Now, I'm sure there's going to be someone out there that's like, oh my god, I can't believe you bought that nice gun and you're not putting a $2,000 scope on it for 1,000-yard shots down range. Listen, Chad, okay? First of all, I didn't buy it to make 1,000-yard shots, okay? Second, I'm not that good a shot to make it at 1,000 yards, and I don't have a place to shoot 1,000 yards. And three, if I'm being honest, I bought this because I wanna shoot stupid things with my friends and make YouTube videos. That's what I want to do. That's what's gonna make me happy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching the video, I thank you. If you made it this far, if you do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, leave a comment. Hopefully I'll see you guys at the next videos. Now that I think it's something, fun to play with, you're probably gonna see this thing featured in, a handful of videos because, I gotta recoup my money somehow on this bad boy. But that's okay. If I don't, I got something fun to play with. That's gonna do it, folks, for this video. Thanks for watching, and I leave you with this. Until next time, folks. Until next time.